Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Midnight Suns. Last episode we were going after Venom and we got a sample of him. So we'll be able to get past the wards, and also I guess we'll have a way of making like a Venom defense system or something. We also got book club with Blade.
Good.
So we'll be doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see how this goes.
Time for book club. You coming?
Yeah.
Meet you there.
Sun Tzu, Art
See
of
you
War.
there.
That book was a dense read, but I was struck by the similarities to Kree war manuals.
Maybe Sun Tzu was a Kree.
Wasn't the first time I've read The Art of War, but I prefer this translation.
Looks like we're all here. Grab a seat and let's get started.
Okay.
I am ready.
The Art of War is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite. Can anyone guess why?
Because
you
it's
like
not
war?
just about fighting, it's about how to conduct yourself when in conflict with others.
Carol gets it. For quite a while, all my interactions with people involve some form of conflict.
Interesting.
This book laid things out for me. Helped me understand you don't always smash yourself against a problem face first. You must understand your enemy before you can hope to defeat them. Hunter, you get this more than most.
Yeah.
You understood Lilith, which led you to discover her weakness. With that came her defeat.
Yeah.
That is what Nico and the others are trying to figure out.
That Goth Knight thing?
Emo kids, actually.
Whatever. Nico's magic nerd knight. My point here,
I
until
like how
we know
Captain
what
America
game Lilith
and
is
Captain
playing,
Marvel are just
there's no way
staring
we can break
into
the rules.
space.
That's the only way we win.
So the favorite book of a half-vampire was written by Master Sun.
I'm the Daywalker. Of course it is.
Carol, what stood out for you?
The chapter about flexibility in warfare. Yes, it presented distinct situations, but at its core, it promoted a philosophy of adaptability. This is a subtle but key difference from the Kree war manuals I know. Those manuals lay out how to overcome every possible contingency. Because Kree commanders always expect an answer, exceptions can flummox the ones who let the rules think for them.
That's not exclusive. Our own, like, military and army and stuff. You know, you gotta follow orders, and if you don't, you're committing, you know, FUBAR or stuff like that. You're going against, you're causing mutiny, stuff like that, which will get you in prison or you'll get punished, stuff like that. You gotta be a little bit flexible more. You can't just be like, oh yeah, just because somebody who is in charge, because either they're just born in charge because they got special, you know, privileges because of a family name, or it's just cuz, or whatever. They just think they're better, so they know better. It's not always true. Some people have different insights and different ways of thinking, which could be an advantage. Yeah.
I have not met a Kree commander, but humans are just as capable of rigid thinking.
Yep.
Oh, of course. I think that's what the text is working against. The Art of War encourages fluidity of thought. The variations presented in the chapter on flexibility are examples, not rote technique.
And that's how wars are lost.
So I've been dying to know, what is Captain America's favorite part of this book?
After this read, everything he had to say about deception and warfare.
Ooh, explain.
Wait, what used to be your favorite?
Discussions of leadership. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I've long since internalized all that worked for me and examined what didn't. But convincing your enemy that your greatest weakness is your most powerful strength.
Or the
Yes.
opposite, that your strength is a vulnerability?
Exactly. It struck me, especially regarding our conflict with Lilith. So, what's our greatest strength?
Honestly, right now it's the Hunter or the Abby. I would say the team, but everyone is just always fighting each other and it's like just they don't work together that well. It's no good team cohesion. So I would say the team, but not really. The Abbey gives us protection. We're safe here. Nothing can touch us. Supposedly. You know, besides Scarlet Witch almost getting in and probably gonna slaughter all of us because she's just that powerful. And then Hunter, yeah, he's probably the best because he's not only got really good insight on Lilith and the way she thinks and operates and how her fallen do, but also he's just a really good warrior in general. So he's all pretty good. I would say the Abbey, to be honest, but the team and me, I can see both points.
The Abbey shields us from Lilith's gaze. We can strike her anywhere and she cannot respond.
But she knows it exists. She died here before.
True.
The Abbey's magic wards protect this place, right? But
Hey,
wasn't
Critter.
she around when they were first made? I don't have an answer to the
Don't drink
question
my
I
water.
asked, but I plan to do what the art of war suggests.
Come on.
Learn her weakness. Adapt as the conflict evolves. Keep
Yes.
Lilith guessing. And above all, think.
And that'll do it.
Great. So what's our next book?
There's a reason he's a captain.
I told Carol she could pick the next one.
I decided on volume 32 of the Kavat Koth.
Yes.
The what now?
It's a cross between a legal text, a spaceborne invasion defense manual, and one of those sagas that Thor seems to love.
Okay then.
I promise it's not a heavy read.
Okay then.
I thought it would be a good companion to The Art of War.
See you all next time.
Yeah, but you're looking forward to it, Blade.
I didn't know what I was getting into when I signed up, but I'm glad we have book club.
Yeah, I did learn something. It's not doing it for me.
It was good to see the conclusions we
Bless
each
you.
drew from the book.
That's why I think we need to do this. A team that understands its disparate parts works better in concert. But don't quote me. Sun Tzu said it better.
Bro.
I'm nervous about my book. I don't know how much of it will translate. Not the language, the ideas.
I see. Honestly, sometimes I do. If you consider fantasy books weird, it's not boring. I'd say
It is
that.
good to encounter new views. They help you better comprehend your own.
You really connected with The Art of War, huh? I think you'll like my choice. Give it a shot. That's all I ask.
I mean, as long as it's not romance.
Hey,
They get
that
too
went
sappy.
better than expected.
Why is it you can be so condescending? I hated it. You mean with Carol? No.
I am looking forward to reading Carol's book.
Same here. Feels like book club is pointing out an edge we've always had, but never knew to sharpen. That's all for now. You taking off or hanging out?
I already
Yeah.
hung out.
I am done.
Righteous.
Totally tubular. If target was damaged this turn, better damage. That's pretty good. We already got that. Is that a plus though? It's not. Nah, I'll just take this one. And I got forceful knockback. But I think I already got that, so I think I'll sell that. What can we sell? Sell Slash. And I think I'll sell this. And yeah. And this slash too. Because we already got one. Okay. What to give you? I'd have to replace one of these. Strike or quick strike? Yeah, I think I'll get rid of one of these guys. Okay. And then boom. So if I already attack somebody, it does 120 damage. That's insane. Oh. That's nice. Okay. So that was good. That was a good one. I've never actually read Art of War, but I know those concepts, and yeah, I'm very opinionated. If you haven't noticed by now.
The doctor crafted a strange brew that might bring down the ward.
Maybe he learned something new while snooping around in my library.
If nothing else, he knows about you, Agatha. That you are helping me.
He's a very perceptive man. Perhaps it's for the best. There's no sense in worrying about it now, at any rate. Let's see if you can banish this ward.
The doctor came
Try
up with
Strange's
something, but I
concoction
am
on
not
the
so
ward.
sure.
Something on your
Strange
mind?
has made something. He thinks it may dispel the ward in the cave behind Shaw's church.
I thought he may be onto something. He spent quite a lot of time in the library recently.
The doctor came up with something, but I am not so sure.
Try Strange's
Hunter, I need to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about, actually, let's go someplace else. It's a little personal. I wanted to talk to you about book club.
Oh, having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Always good to flex the old brain muscles. I need your advice, though.
What kind of advice?
It's about Blade. I get the feeling that all of book club is just his roundabout way of getting to be friends with me. I mean, I'm touched. He seems like a good guy, but shy. So how do I tell him I'm totally cool with being best pals without scaring him off? Got any thoughts?
Friendships form naturally whether people say it out loud or not. I think if you keep showing up at book club, things will be fine.
Good point. If I've learned anything from those books, it's that what's not said is so much more important than what's said.
I wish I could be more helpful.
Please, you've been more than helpful just listening to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go catch up with my reading. I'm a couple of chapters behind.
I can tell.
Watch it. No spoilers. I gotta say, I'm loving our current book.
An offering? But what to offer? Seems my offering was accepted. What is this?
Hunter?
These appear to be human bones.
I suspect we've finally found the last resting place of Hiram Shaw. Judging by the looks of this place, he was locked down here for quite some time. I can't say I pity him.
But how would he have ended up like this?
Someone sealed him in and made sure there was no chance of ever escaping.
Someone?
From what we've seen, I believe this was your mother's handiwork. She must have used the Darkhold page taken from Shaw to seal his fate. Literally. And I'm sure that means Sarah was at the very least aware of what Lilith had done.
My mother was right to do this.
I can't be so sure, but I'm certainly not feeling any sympathy for his plight.
I would hope not, considering what he did to the Coven.
I can only imagine how angry Lilith and Sarah were when they finally arrived in Salem. In some ways, locking Shaw down here almost seems merciful.
I do not see the Moon Seal here.
You're right. I don't sense its power here either. Perhaps Shaw's study deserves a closer look. There must be something we've missed.
These bones have not been disturbed in a very long time. If it was here, Autumn would show us. Must not be her purview. These drawings.
They're witch warrens, places where a witch might hide using magical means. Judging from the detail he put into these, Shaw must have studied the warrens for a long time before making his move.
He tortured them there.
Yes, I suspect so.
Why?
The witches wouldn't give up the Moon Seal. Our gift doomed the Salem Coven to an unimaginable fate. These drawings may yet be useful. I will bring them back to the library for further study. Meet me there tomorrow night.
How long did the Salem witches hide here before meeting their end? Autumn thinks otherwise. There must not be anything here. This is which sign? Autumn must not see it that way. Autumn does not answer.
Spider-Man is a capable fighter with a strategic...
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
You're looking well, Chief.
They say the Pacific Ocean has no memory, Hunter.
But you were looking at the Atlantic.
Really? Well, that explains so much. Just think. A few years ago, I was just your quintessential 98-pound high school freshman weakling. Even the lunch ladies used to shake me down for milk money. Now look at me. Hanging with the legendary Hunter and the Midnight Suns in their super-secret Atlantic Ocean base.
We are happy to have you.
That's just it. What if that radioactive spider had decided to chomp down on someone else's behind? What would old non-arachnid me be?
Something tells me you would have changed the world regardless, Peter Parker.
Change the world? Let's not get carried away here. I may have helped out a bit in the neighborhood, but...
You have certainly impacted me.
Right back at you, pal. You know, Hunter, I've been to a lot of truly amazing places since I put on the old spider tights. Way beyond my little neighborhood in Queens. But when all is said and done, there is nowhere I'd rather be right now than here with the rest of you.
Hunter, let's catch up.
What is it like to have a tan? Does it hurt?
How's it going?
Seems like you have got a lot on your mind.
You could say that.
Do you need to share?
I always wanted to be good at my job, but now I think it's possible to be so good you're actually terrible.
Explain.
Okay, I really wanted to show off how I could get a sample of Venom's symbiote, right?
And you did.
Right! Yay me! But in getting it, I left poor Eddie trapped under a heap of rubble.
What you did saved lives. Do not forget that.
You're right. I know logically I did the right thing. I came through for the team, but it still doesn't feel right.
I know you feel pity for your friend, Eddie, but he is no longer a man. He is a monster.
No, he was a man, and the symbiote was an alien. But Lilith turned them both into demons, and no one deserves that fate. Eddie Brock may be troubled, sure, we all are. I guess that's why I can't shake the feeling that there's more I could have done.
Like digging him out of the rubble?
No. I mean helping him turn his life around. The way real heroes are supposed to.
Who knows? Maybe you will someday.
Yeah, big emphasis on maybe. If only Tony or Strange invented some kind of time machine, I could go back and keep Eddie from going down this path.
Stranger things have happened.
Thanks for the chat, Hunter. I've got a lot to think about. If anyone needs me, I'll just be here, sighing deeply.
What do we have today?
All right then.
No, absolutely not. You go too far, Nico. Last time you tried to save Wanda, you almost got us all killed. I will not let you risk the safety of this Abbey again.
Listen to yourself. I think I have a way of purifying Lilith's corruption, a way of bringing back both Wanda and Banner, and your response is to shut me down.
I told you time and time again, there is no way of removing corruption.
Just because you failed and never found a way of doing it doesn't mean I can't. What are you so afraid of? That I'll actually succeed?
No, I'm afraid you're becoming just like Wanda.
Oh, I see how it is. You always hated her, and now you're gonna turn that hate onto me too.
That's not what I meant. Nico, wait. Let me explain.
I don't need your explanation. I need you to stay out of my way.
This is what you were after, right?
If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that. Stay out of trouble. Hey, hey, Hunter.
Hunter, come, talk with me a while. Nico is certainly as daring as Caretaker is cautious. Attempting to remove Lilith's corruption is not a magical endeavor for the faint of heart.
Is it even possible to remove it?
I'm not sure, actually. It's something I should do a little research on. But if it is, one thing is for sure. All magic has its price. The question is, are you willing to pay it to help get Wanda back?
It depends on the cost.
What if I told you the cost could be you? You are more vulnerable than you know. The crack in your collar may be hardly noticeable to the naked eye, but it's a significant crack in your energetic armor. A spiritual vulnerability that cannot be overlooked or understated. A vulnerability she will exploit. If you choose to defy Sarah and help Nico remove Lilith's hold on Wanda, it might be at your own peril.
Be assured, Agatha. I have no intention of unnecessarily risking myself or anyone else in this abbey.
You always protected others from the powers of darkness, even if it was your own mother. Something I loved about you when I was alive, and still love about you now that I'm gone. Whatever happens, Hunter, just remember to keep yourself intact. We can't take on Lilith without you.
Have you learned anything?
These drawings are definitely of locations around the Abbey. As far as how this helps us find the Salem Coven's moon seal, I'm at a loss. Let's discuss this again tonight, after I've had more time to think.
Have you learned anything?
These drawings are definitely of locations around the Abbey. As far as how this helps us find the Salem Coven's moon seal, I'm at a loss. Let's discuss this again tonight, after I've had more time to think.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Let me guess. You came out here to see if I'm okay.
Finally, some action!
Are you okay, Nico?
No, I won't be okay until we get Wanda back, but you already know that. I just wish Caretaker trusted me more. I mean, I'm not a kid, you know? I'm a ridiculously experienced witch with ridiculously amazing powers. She should be letting me use my talents to help the team, but instead all she does is doubt my ability to do anything.
Just do not let her make you doubt yourself.
Don't worry, I won't. I know who I am and what I'm capable of. I'm not gonna let someone as bottled up as her to tell me otherwise. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get her back.
And when Caretaker tries to stop you?
She can get out of the way. Or get run over. Now excuse me, I've got a free Wanda spell to craft.
I miss my students back at the school, but we'll be reunited soon.
Your features are striking.
They remind me of the clouds you control.
Well, that is very kind of you to say.
Finally, some action! I thought my dry spell was never...
How's my favorite hunter?
I admire your way around a sword.
You sure know how to make a merc feel special.
Bad guys better start.
The mirror table, our pulse on everything Hydra, really brings an Avengers Tower vibe to this place.
It has been useful. The Abbey always harbored great resources, but Stark and the Doctor have enhanced its abilities tenfold.
Don't get me wrong, Tony and the other Stephen are great. But I believe in giving credit where credit is due. You've also been doing your fair share, and I wanted to let you know that it hasn't gone unnoticed.
That is a generous compliment to give. Thank you, Captain.
It's not generous when it's true. They say a good soldier should always trust his gut, and if my gut is right, and it's almost always right, I think you have a destiny beyond just defeating Lilith.
And what destiny is that?
Keep playing it straight with me, Hunter, and maybe I'll trust you enough one day to tell you.
I should have guessed.
Guessed what?
That you wanted to show me another movie.
Not just another movie, my favorite movie. It's something I make all my friends watch with me.
What makes this movie stand out from the rest?
Watch and see.
Why is she wearing that hideous red dress?
You're tearing me apart, Hunter. Pay attention.
It is a bit difficult. This movie is rather terrible.
It's called Camp Hunter. It's supposed to be a little bad, but in a good way. Besides, it's a cult classic. Kind of like you.
I will try and take that as a compliment.
You're really starting to fit in with the rest of us, you know? We might just make a Midnight Sun out of you yet. Well, looky who it is.